Hi everyone, it's Miss Champagne. Okay, so welcome to my channel. Today I will be talking about lesson planning. Lesson planning as an English teacher or as a private English teacher in Japan is something that you must do. It's similar to being like a mechanic. If you want to be a good car mechanic, you have to learn how to fix cars and engines. So your lesson plan is your guide. It's something that you have to do for each lesson that you teach. There's really no way of getting out of it. Now, I've been lesson planning for about 11 years in Japan now, and for the last 3 years, I've been doing lesson plans for my private English students, which means that I'm a private English teacher, so I teach independently from any schools. So for example, I have my own clientele that I've built and I've been able to maintain, and I've been able to pretty much be very self-efficient and self-reliant, which is this is why I love this career. Now, the way that you can successfully be an English teacher or a private English teacher is by having good lesson plannings. So what I want to tell you today, guys, I actually have some books that I found in my closet, and I haven't even lesson plan for this at all, because I want you to see how I am creative and how you can also be creative just by kind of like looking at books and knowing what you want your students to get out of your lesson plan. Now, when you are lesson planning, the thing is you want to know what it is you want your students to get out of the lesson. So in other words, what is the end goal of your lesson? After your students read this book, after we discuss about this book, what is it that you want them to take away from your lesson? That is what the lesson planning does. The lesson planning allows you to have a guide, a step-by-step guide, but sometimes the steps get jumbled. That's life. But it's a step-by-step guide that gives you a concrete goal for that individual lesson. Now remember, you have to do lesson planning for each lesson. Now, I'm not going to talk about curriculum right now, but I'm just going to speak specifically about lesson planning. Now, this book is called New Girl in School, and to be honest, I'm trying to remember where I got this book at, but I actually think I'm going to use this week for my class with my younger students. Okay, so obviously, if we look at the book, we have a girl named Linda, and I think Linda is this little cute girl with stars. She's really cute. Okay. So just by looking at the book, this is from Oxford, and I like Oxford stuff. They have some good stuff. Okay, they give you a guideline on how to use the book, but usually I just skip over that because I have my own way of doing lesson planning. But it looks like if you open the book, see you have the story here, and then you have some work on this side, which I think is great, especially for Japan, for Japanese students. I feel that Japanese students, whether they're adults or children, they have a tendency to get overwhelmed easily when they see English. So I love that you have the story and then you have this part. So it looks like here you read the story, and then here you complete the sentences. So here, this is what I would do. I would, I would probably start with this. I would do like a call and response, like for the drilling. We would drill bag, class, Linda, in, is, moon, black, and new. And I would ask the students, what is a bag? Oh, a bag is da-da-da-da-da. Oh, what is the moon? Oh, the moon is da-da-da-da-da. So you have to make sure the students know the vocabulary first, okay? All right, so vocabulary is very important. And after that, we would go back to this side. We would read the story together, and then I would probably have each student read like one by one. Maybe student A can read the first line and student B can read the next line, okay? And then after we do that, so first we're going to do the vocabulary drill. We're going to read, and then I'll have the kids fill in the blanks here. And they can do this by themselves, or if they want to work in a group, that's okay then. After that, then we would probably read the sentences together, and then I will have them read one by one. Okay, so that's for the first page. Okay, next page, so once again, you have the story here, and then you have the work on the other side. So here it looks like so this is just more vocabulary. So it looks like what I would do, first I would do drilling, so the call and response, pasting, cutting. All right, after that, then I would have the students, I would actually have them do this first. so they understand what writing is, they understand what cutting is, they understand what folding is. I would have them do this first, and then we would go back to the reading. So we'll do reading as a group, and then I'll have them read one by one. All right, same thing, reading on this side, answer the questions. Okay, so what would we do? Since these are questions, I would read this part first, okay? We would read this together, and then after we read, I would have the kids read one by one. And then after that, we would do, I like to do a lot of reading in class so the students can use the language. So we would do a call and response. I would do drilling here. Are they in the classroom? Are they in the classroom? No, they aren't. No, they aren't. Is Peter jumping? Is Peter jumping? Yes, he. Yes, he. So I would do that. And then I would ask the students to answer the questions. And they can do that by themselves or in groups. After they answer the questions, then I would probably have them at this point, I would probably have them just read as a group just to save time. Because guys, you have to remember, when you're in class, usually you have an hour tops, maybe 50 minutes. It just depends on your arrangement with your students. But you don't want to spend too much time on one part and you not reach your other part. But once again, that's life. Sometimes it happens. Okay. Oh, good. Okay, so we have more reading here. So I would read as a group and then have students read one by one. What are they doing right? Okay, so then she is playing a trumpet. So I would do the call and response. She is playing the trumpet. She is playing the trumpet. And then I would also say, if I had a whiteboard, I would write she is, he is, so that the kids know the differences between he and she. And then what I would do, I would have the kids probably do this in groups. So what is she doing? She is playing the violin. What is he doing? He is playing the guitar. Okay. And then after that, then I would have them read it probably one by one because I want to hear the students' different responses. Kids can get really creative. All right. And here, I forgot another pronoun, they. So they are playing the guitar. Okay. So I would go over that. Okay. And probably, to be honest, by the time we get to here, I know this looks simple. It is simple, but when you're in class, it takes a lot longer. I would probably stop here, to be honest. And then for the next lesson plan or for the next class, I would start from here. Because in your mind, you're imagining, okay, it's going to go this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. That's pretty much not true. You never know how the students are going to react. You can only predict how they're going to act. And you don't know, like, what's going to happen. It could be a powered outage that day. You just never know what's going to happen. So my point is, you want to be ready as much as you can, but just know there's going to be some hiccups in your lesson, and that's just the fun of being a teacher. Okay guys, so that is it for today. And what I'll do, just to give you more of a guide, I will create a lesson plan for you, and then I'll go through the steps that I just said up until page 9 for you guys. And then, like, if you have any questions, you'll be able to contact me. I'll put all my contact information down below. And guys, I love questions because I'm able to tailor my lesson plan towards you. All right, that's it for today. See you again. Bye.